In the Second World War, victory was not decided by tanks alone. It was decided by logistics. And in the mountains of Italy, that logistics still relied on mules. So Italy attempted something almost impossible, replacing the mule with a machine. That machine was the SPA CL39. To understand why Italy needed such a vehicle in the first place, we have to step into the reality of mountain warfare, a world where mechanized logistics barely worked. By the late 1930s, the Italian army faced a clear problem. Its Alpini mountain units were operating in conditions where conventional mechanized logistics were largely ineffective. Narrow paths, steep climbs, and the absence of proper roads made most trucks unsuitable for regular supply operations. Under these conditions, logistics still relied on pack animals, resilient and capable of moving, where vehicles could not, yet slow, difficult to maintain, and highly vulnerable under fire. The Army needed a compact mechanical alternative, and it was for these exact conditions that SPA, which at the time was part of Fiat, developed the SPA CL39, an extremely compact, light military cargo and towing vehicle, designed not as a combat machine, but as a logistical tool for mountain warfare. Next to modern off-road vehicles, it can appear almost toy-like, but its minimal dimensions and simple mechanical design were precisely what made it effective in environments where larger vehicles were helpless. The SPA CL39 was not the result of technological breakthroughs. Its strength lay in pragmatic engineering. The vehicle was designed not to impress, but to operate reliably in demanding conditions. One of the key advantages of the CL39 was its compact size and narrow profile. The vehicle was approximately 1.5 meters wide, allowing it to move along narrow mountain roads and forest tracks where larger trucks simply could not maneuver. In mountainous terrain, this often mattered more than power or speed. The engine and transmission were set up for pulling, not speed. A small 4-cylinder gasoline engine with around 25 to 27 horsepower worked with gearing designed for traction. As a result, the CL39 was slow. Its top speed was only about 38 to 40 kilometers per hour, but it could reliably pull loads or light weapons far larger than its size, especially on solid ground and uphill roads. Practicality also showed in small but important details. The parking brake acted directly on the transmission, making it easier to hold the vehicle on steep slopes and to start moving uphill. For snow, mud, or slippery ground, the CL39 was equipped with special anti-slip chains stored under the passenger seat and designed to be fitted quickly when needed. The SPA CL39 was not a technical masterpiece. It was a utilitarian vehicle built for specific conditions, without unnecessary ambition or complexity. And it was precisely this simplicity that made it effective where other vehicles failed. The SPA CL39 was designed with mountain warfare in mind, but the Second World War quickly expanded the scope of its service. These vehicles were used not only in the Alps, but also in the Balkans, North Africa, and on the Eastern Front, wherever Italian units needed a simple and compact vehicle for logistics and infantry support. In mountainous and rugged terrain, the CL39 performed at its best. It carried ammunition, food, and equipment, and was also used to tow light artillery, including 47mm anti-tank guns, 81mm mortars, and selected 20mm anti-aircraft guns. Heavier systems could only be towed over short distances and under favorable conditions. Often, these vehicles operated alone or in small groups, in areas where large convoys were simply too vulnerable. In North Africa, the CL39 faced very different challenges. Heat, dust, and sand caused rapid wear, so some vehicles were adapted for desert service. They received improved air filtration systems to protect the engine, as well as changes in equipment layout. This was not a separate production version, but these modifications allowed the CL39 to function in extreme climates. Even so, in the desert it remained an auxiliary vehicle rather than a replacement for full-size trucks. The most severe test for the CL39 came on the Eastern Front. Italian CSIR and ARMIR units used these vehicles in conditions they had never been designed for. Mud, deep soft ground, and harsh winters quickly exposed the limits of the design. In extreme cold, engines often would not start without preheating, forcing soldiers to light fires under the oil pan to warm the lubricant. A significant number of CL39s were lost or abandoned during the retreat, left behind in the steppes of Ukraine and southern Russia. After Italy's capitulation in September 1943, some SPA CL39 vehicles fell into German hands. The Wehrmacht registered them as captured equipment and used them under the designation LKW 1.5T SPA CL39I, primarily for secondary logistics tasks in mountainous and rear area roles. The war clearly defined the limits of the, quote, steel mule. The SPA CL39 was not a universal solution and could not replace either full-size trucks or pack animals in every environment. But where terrain dictated the rules, it remained a useful tool, simple, compact, and effective where other vehicles were forced to stop. After the end of the Second World War, the SPA CL39 did not disappear immediately. A large number of vehicles were destroyed or abandoned during the fighting, but those that survived in Italy remained in use for some time. In the post-war years, when the country faced a severe shortage of machinery, this simple vehicle once again proved useful. Some CL39s were sold off from military depots and found their way to farmers, vineyard workers, and mountain communities. The vehicles were simplified, repainted, and adapted for civilian needs. In remote areas, they continued to transport grapes, olives, and firewood for years, in some cases until the late 1950s. However, the world was changing quickly. New four-wheel drive trucks and versatile off-road vehicles made the CL39 obsolete. Its limited speed and capabilities no longer matched the demands of the new era. According to various estimates, around 600 typical CL39 vehicles were produced. Most of them were lost during the war. Today, surviving examples can be found only in a small number of museums and private collections. The SPA CL39 was not a machine that changed the course of the war, but it fulfilled its role honestly at a time when armies were searching for new solutions to old problems. That is why the steel mule remains part of history, as a symbol of simple, pragmatic engineering, created not for glory, but for work. The history of war is written not only by famous weapons, but also by machines that simply did their job.